Good morning, you all. Myself, NCH Krishnajyoti, PGT Zoology, TSMS National Peta. We all know that plants can make their own food material, isn't it? It is an amazing and wonderful process. Do you know not only the plants but also bacteria and some algae can also prepare their own food material? Meanwhile, a few plants that can't make their own nutrition. Children, I think you guess the yes, it is a photosynthesis process. Let us have a detailed look at the incredible photosynthesis process and how the factors are affecting on the photosynthesis process. In organic sources, they are known as the autotrophs. Already you know that plants are the autotrophs, not only the plants but also some other organisms like that green algae, euglena and some blue-green algae are the examples of the autotrophs. And those can't prepare their own food material. They are called the heterotrophs. Children, I think you are understand between these two. The difference between the heterotrophs and also the autotrophs. Plants which can make their own food material, they are known as the autotrophs, and are depend on the others for their food, they are known as the heterotrophs. So here auto means this is the auto means self and trop means the food. These two are the root words. Autotrophs, these two are the root words for the autotrophs. The roots of the heterotroph is the hetero means other and tropa means for food. Children, next we are going to know about the where the photosynthesis process is taken place. This photosynthesis process occurs largely in the leaves of the plant. So they are known as the kitchen of the plant and also known as the food factory of the plant also, because they can prepare the food material and stores in the leaves. So they are called the food factories of the plant. In some cases, stems have the potential to perform the photosynthesis. For example is the aloe vera plant. In aloe vera plant, the stems are modified as a leaf-like structure. So you are observing a broad structure is present on the aloe vera plant with the spines. That broad structure is called the leaf. So the broad structure is a modified stem. As mentioned earlier, the photosynthesis process taking place in the plant's leaf. The leaf contains many layers, and this photosynthesis process of the mesophyll layer of the leaf. This mesophyll layer is the middle layer and known as the polycide parenchyma. And this polycide parenchyma contains the mesophyll cells, and these are the abundant. That means they are present more and more. And these mesophyll cells are having the specialized cell organelle, that is the most important cell organelle, and it is a chief characteristic feature of the plant also. That is the, already you know that. What is the chief characteristic of the plant cell? Very good. That is the chloroplast. So this chloroplast is located in the mesophyll cell. And these leaf contains the stomata also. Why? Because this stomata is useful for the gas exchange. Why I am saying here gas exchange? Because for the synthesis of the food material, the leaf needs the carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide enters through the stomata only. So the stomata is the major source of the entry of the carbon dioxide, and after that the photosynthesis process is completed, the leaf produces the oxygen. This oxygen is also releases out through this stomata. So this stomata is also present in the leaf. So here I am saying that the leaf contain the chloroplast and stomata. Chloroplast is useful for the synthesis of the food material, and the stomata is useful for giving the carbon dioxide, that is a major source for the preparation of the food material. The materials required for the photosynthesis are light, the source of the light is the sunlight. Carbon dioxide, it is available from the air. Water, it is from the soil. And the photosynthetic pigment, that is the chlorophyll, it is already present in the leaf. And the end products of the photosynthesis are the glucose, water and oxygen. And these are all in the given equation. The equation that is used while still, it is formulated by the Sir C.B. Van Eyl in 1931. According to him, CO2 plus 2H2O gives rise CH2O plus H2O and O2. But later it is balanced by the Sir Robert Hill. The Robert Hill sir showed that oxygen is released from the water during this reaction, and it is also, this photosynthetic equation also modified as follows. That is the 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2. In the arrow we are here given the light and chlorophyll. That means in the presence of light and chlorophyll, the plant uses the carbon dioxide, water and produces the glucose, water and oxygen. So this is the balanced equation. Here in the equation, CO2 is the 6 molecules and water is the 12 molecules are useful for the synthesis of the 1 molecule of the glucose, and the 6 molecules of the water and 6 molecules of the oxygen is liberated outside. While learning this photosynthesis lesson, we should remember a great eminent personality. He is the Sir John Ingenhousz. He is the Dutch physiologist and biologist, chemist also. He is best known for the discovering of the photosynthesis, because his experiment shown that light is essential to this process. Green plant absorbs the carbon dioxide and releases the oxygen. This is experimentally proven by the Sir John Ingenhousz. At the same time, he also discovered that plants, like animals, have the cellular respiration. So already we are discussed earlier, chloroplast is the site of the photosynthesis process. Now we are going to know about the structure of the chloroplast. Chloroplast is a triple membraned structure. That means it is covered by the 3 layers, and the third layer forms as a piles of coin, and it is forms as a disc shaped structure. These are called the thylakoids, and these thylakoids are arranged like a piles of coin, and these piles of coins are grouped together and form as a grana. This grana is useful for the trapping of the sunlight. And another one is the stroma. The stroma is nothing but the liquid filled portion which is present in the space present in between the grana. And the stroma is also known as the bed. And the stroma is the site of the several enzymatic reactions for the process of the formation of the glucose. And these glucose molecules are joined together. Later they are formed as a starch. That means the glucose is formed and the starch is the storage form of the food material. That means the plant prepare the food in the form of the glucose and stored in the form of the starch. Next one is this chloroplast contain a specialized pigment, photosynthetic pigment, that is called the chlorophyll. This chlorophyll having the one atom of magnesium in the center, and the structure of the chlorophyll is as much as similar to the hemoglobin. Here in the hemoglobin, the iron is present in the center, and here the magnesium is present in the center. And this chlorophyll is classified into the 2 types, chlorophyll A and B. Chlorophyll A is bluish in green color and the chlorophyll B is the yellowish in green color. These chloroplasts are nearly 250 to 400 molecules are grouped together for the harvesting of light and form photosynthetic unit in thylakoid. photosynthesis in the chloroplast taken several events. These are the conversion of light energy to chemical energy and photolysis of water, that means a splitting of water molecule and a reduction of carbon dioxide to the carbohydrate. And here the photosynthesis process can be divided into the two stages. First one is the light reaction and the second one is the dark reaction. So first one, light reaction. This light reaction, namely the reactions which are taken place in the presence of the light, so they are named as the light reactions. And here this why the light reaction is needed, because of to produce the food material it needs the light, and for doing of the several biochemical reactions are taken place for the synthesis of the food material, the plant needs or the leaf needs the energy, so the light dependent reactions are must and should. And in this light dependent reaction, a series of chemical reactions are taken place and these are initiated by the light, so they are named as the photochemical phase and also the light dependent reactions. Where the light reaction is occurs. These light reactions are taken place in the grana of the chloroplast. And how many steps are there? So here if you are observe that 4 steps are involved in the light reaction. First one is absorption of light energy by chlorophyll, and second one is photolysis of water, third reduction of NADP, and fourth one is the photophosphorylation. It is seen in our slide. Here this light reaction, in the first step of the light reaction, the grana is absorb the sunlight. The grana is absorb the sunlight. That means the thylakoids which are present in the granum, they are absorb the light, sunlight. And after that, this absorption of the light is it is stored in the form of the pocket-like structure. These are called the photons. And second step 2, that is the splitting of the water molecule. So the energy used in splitting of the water molecule into the two chemical components, they are the H plus and OH minus ions. This reaction is first introduced or it is first discovered by the Sir Robert Hill, so it is called the Hill's reaction, and it is also called known as the photolysis because of the in the presence of the light or by the light only the water molecule is split, so it is called the photolysis process. And next one is the third step is the formation of NADP. So here how the NADP is formed. So due to the splitting of the water molecule, here the H plus, that means the hydrogen ions, and OH minus hydroxyl ions are formed. The hydrogen ions are entered into the dark reaction, but here the OH minus ions are present. These OH minus ions are undergo the series of the reactions to produces the water and also the oxygen, and this oxygen is enter into the atmosphere, whereas water is utilized by the plant. How the here I said that H plus ions are enter into the dark reaction. How they are entered? These H plus ions are immediately picked by the NADP, that means nicotinamide adenosine diphosphate, and also the ADP. ADP means adenosine diphosphate. So here hydrogen ions are picked up by the both NADP and ADP, and they are formed the NADPH and ATP respectively. So that means here the ATP and NADPH are the end products of the light dependent reaction, and these are also called the assimilatory powers. These assimilatory powers are now enter into the light independent reaction. In the photosynthetic synthetic reactions, second phase is the dark reaction. This dark reaction is also known as the biosynthetic phase, and light independent reaction and also the Kelvin cycle. Why they are named like that? First we should know about the why it is called the biosynthetic, because the food is synthesized, the glucose is synthesized in this phase, so it is called the biosynthetic phase. Bio means, see here, the food. Synthesis means preparation. And the second, it is also called the dark reaction. Literally, it is does not occur in the dark, but it is named so because it is the independent of the light. In the absence of the light also, it is taken place. There is no need of the light for these reactions, so it is named as the light independent and also the dark reactions. And it is also called the Kelvin's because the reactions are discovered by the Sir Kelvin, Benson and Basham, so they are named as the Kelvin cycle. Where these reactions are taken place, these reactions occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast. How the in this reaction, how the glucose is formed? Here already we are discussed the assimilatory powers are formed in the light reaction. These two are the end product of the photosynthesis. These end products are enter into the dark phase. So in the dark phase, the NADPH molecule is combines with the carbon dioxide, and in the presence of the ATP or by using the ATP, this NADPH combines with the carbon dioxide and form the glucose. Again I am saying, the NADPH is combines with the carbon dioxide in the presence of ATP and produces the glucose. And number of the glucose molecules are formed, and these are clubbed with each other, combined with each other, grouped with each other and form a complex form, that is the starch. In the form of the starch, the food is stored in the leaves. So here once again I am explaining some differences. What about that? Here the glucose, the food is synthesized in the form of the glucose, but the leaves are stored the food in the form of the starch. You should remember that. Okay, next I am going to explain about the differences between the light reaction and the dark reaction. The light reaction versus the dark reaction. Here the light reactions occur in the thylakoid membranes of the chloroplast. Already we have discussed this one. And the dark reactions are occur in the stroma of the chloroplast. And here the light reaction needs the sunlight, so it is depends on the sunlight, and there is no need of the sunlight, so here does not depend on the sunlight. And here chlorophyll is the pigment involved in this. That means for the absorption of the sunlight, chlorophyll A is necessary. So here the chlorophyll plays a major role for this reaction, and here there is no pigments are involved. There is no need of the pigments. Here photolysis occur. Photolysis means already we have discussed the water molecules are split into the hydrogen ions and hydroxyl ions in the presence of sunlight. So this happens in the light reaction, but there is no photolysis in the dark reaction. And here oxygen is liberated. Already in the Hill's reaction, hydrogen plus is released and OH minus ions are released. That OH minus ions are undergo the, OH minus means hydroxyl ions are undergo the number of reactions and form the oxygen and also the water. This oxygen is liberated outside. And in this dark reaction, carbon dioxide is fixed. That means by using the carbon dioxide, that means the carbon dioxide is fixed and it is combines with the NADPH and form the glucose. Here the end products are the, in the light reaction, ATP and NADPH are formed, and these are also called the assimilatory powers. Here in the dark reaction, glucose is produced. Glucose is the end product of the dark reaction. How it is formed? It is formed by the using of the energy that means in energy in the form of the ATP, it combines with the carbon dioxide and NADPH and form the glucose. Finally, I concluded my topic with the purpose of the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis in plants helps to produce glucose to be able to generate energy to perform other metabolic activities such as respiration, transport of water and minerals, reproduction, and doing of the several biochemical reactions throughout the plant. For other organisms, how the photosynthesis is need. The plants serve as a food for all other organisms for sustaining of their life. So plants are the plays a major important role for the life of the other organisms. For the plants, photosynthesis plays a major role for its life. So photosynthesis is most important and plays a vital role for all the living organisms on the earth. So save the plants, save the nature.